I kind of want to talk about you selling the gym. So
Okay.
I did watch the video of you selling, the reason why you sold your gym, but for the people that didn't see that YouTube video,
Yeah.
what was going through your mind, throughout the whole process, and how did it, the final ending be selling the gym?
Yeah. For the people who know the entire story, I'll keep it as short as possible. My intention was to never own a gym. I always wanted to work in a gym.
Hmm.
That was always the goal. Work in a gym, do one-on-one training, also coach group classes because I absolutely love CrossFit and was forced into owning my own gym. We can go into details if people really care or DM me, whatever. I'll talk about whatever. And I got to my 3-year lease and I got an email from the landlord. They said, "Hey, are you going to renew your lease?" And I had, again, because my passion was not in growing my own gym, it was exhausting paying the bills. I was essentially just hanging on to enough people to pay the bills at the gym. And I had hired an accountant about a year before deciding to sell the gym. And I had told him, I was like, I don't think I want to do the gym thing anymore. And I went on like an Excel document, put every single expense, and I do this all the time. I love money. I love analytics. I love
Yep.
looking at numbers. And I did all of that, wrote everything down. And I was like, how much do I need to net profit in my life to survive, to pay my mortgage and to buy food and insurance, like the bare minimum essentials of my life? What do I need? And when I got that number, I thought to myself, man, I essentially gave myself another job, a full-time job owning the gym. I wasn't profiting very much. So the number I saw to net, I thought to myself, I can make this happen with the content that I'm creating. I know I can. So I gave my accountant a call. I gave him a heart attack. I was like, I'm closing my gym. I'm going to do all this stuff. What? And I called one of the people I was working with and I said, "Hey, look, I've been doing your content for a little bit. Is there any way that you'd be willing to pay me a little bit more money or pay me some money for the people that I was just kind of trying out, creating content for them? Would you be willing to pay me?" And I had a number in my head, but I didn't want to say anything because I wanted to see what they said. And they gave me a number, boom. And that first number already covered my bare minimum expenses. So I was like, okay, this is so I can keep this gym and essentially use it as a way to, write off more things. But I live, quite a few miles away from the gym. It was just a commute. I give myself another job. So once I had the number, and I actually called another one of the people that I was working with, and I said, "Hey, I want to do content, blah blah blah." They gave me a number, so I went from this idea of like drowning in bills, being just so stressed out about where my rent's coming from, where my mortgage is coming from, to wow, if I close the gym, I will now net profit, double the amount I was at the gym
Hmm.
with less driving, less clients, less time, and more of just creating. So that's when I made this. I went to the gym the next day and I told everyone, I was like, "Hey, I'm not going to have the gym anymore. I'm not going to renew my lease." My original plan was to not continue doing any one-on-one coaching. And quite a few people were like, "You better keep coaching me. I'll be very upset if you stop." So I said, "You know what? I can give you guys a day, 1 day a week. I'll for sure do it, but I can't give more than that. And if none of those times work for you, I'm sorry, but that's the only times I'll be able to do this."
Hmm.
And it's always crazy when you have your entire schedule open, nothing works for anybody, but the second you close all your schedule and you only have these times available, they make it work. So everybody made it work. A few people, weren't interested in continuing, which was fine with me. I wasn't going to do it anyway. So
Hmm.
I still have quite a few of my athletes there. I pay to use a gym instead of having my own gym, which cut expenses quite a bit. And now we haven't looked back. And that was I gave the keys back, I think, like the day before I got on the plane to the Rogue Invitational. No, the games. The day I was driving to San Diego, I stopped by the gym, gave the keys back, and got on the plane to go to the CrossFit Games.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So it looked like you kept some of the equipment, but
Oh
what
yeah.
did you keep all of it, or?
No, shout out to I wish I knew the name of the gym. This guy DM'd me on Instagram when I mentioned, "Hey, I'm getting rid of some of the things, blah, blah, blah." And I had a pegboard that one of my friends named Dan made. And I didn't have a place for the pegboard. There was nowhere to put it up. I'm not putting it up at my house. And he said, hey, I'm interested in that pegboard. So I said, look, I'll give it to you for free, but you have to promise me that you put it up and use it, because I've had it in my possession for 3.5 years and it hasn't been used. They said, totally cool. Then I got another DM and I said, hey, are you coming on this day to come pick up the pegboard? And they said, yeah, I'm also interested in the rig, this, 2 barbells, this. And I was like, this is like fake. This can't be real, because this is almost everything that I was really stressed out about selling. The
Mhm.
big items. Nobody wants a 15-foot high rig that has 4 pieces to it in their backyard. And they said, yep, no problem. That's what I'm looking for. My gym is opening up like a personal training spot.
Oh,
So they drove down with a semi truck a few days later and bought 80% of the big things that were really stressing me out. And they didn't haggle on price. They gave me exactly what I wanted, which was, I took just like 20% off of what I paid for everything. It's not like I had a gym that was running with hundreds of clients. It was 15 people who
mhm.
used it for 2.5 years or 2 years, because I didn't have all the equipment in there when I moved in. So that worked out really well. And then everything else that I wanted, I just put in my garage. So I wanted to keep two of everything. I only have one bike, one row, one ski, but I wanted 2 barbells, 35, 45 barbells. I wanted like all my dumbbells, things like that. So that if I have friends come over, we can still crank on some fitness.
Yeah, you didn't want to keep everything just like the guy from Garage Gym Experiments. He has like
Dude,
everything known
that's
to man.
crazy. Yeah, his warehouse is insane. I would have kept it in, if like, the reverse hyper I totally would have kept, but it just wouldn't fit. When we bought our house, we really wanted a 3-car garage. That was on our list, but this house has everything else we wanted except the 3-car garage. So
Mhm.
I had to settle for selling some stuff. And to be honest, I do really love CrossFit. And I was actually, before I jumped on here, I think I'm going to sign up for an affiliate, just so I can be going to an affiliate again and enjoying the community aspect of everything, do the open there, etc.